Good morning, friends. Welcome to Adda 24/7. So today is a special session for you all. Why special? Because just not even 2 months are remaining for your exams for CIB. And important part is, I've seen many students studying a lot, but they make few mistakes in the paper while studying, while preparing in the exams. So what are those mistakes? We'll be focusing on those mistakes so that you don't lose your marks for some silly problems which you yourself have created. So that's the point we'll be discussing. So let me first welcome Murugan sir, Niharika ma'am, and Suprabha ma'am. I think so she'll be joining. Okay,
Joined already. Yeah.
joined.
Very good
Okay.
morning to all. Yeah.
Morning, morning. Yes, sir. Yeah, Niharika ma'am, Suprabha ma'am, and Murugan, all of us are here. So importantly, the point of discussion here would be not related to compulsory studies only. We'll be discussing what are the points we should avoid. Okay. So let's start one by one. Yeah, ma'am. Niharika ma'am, you can continue from here.
Good morning, everyone. Personally, what I can say regarding the five mistakes or the various mistakes I can tell about is the first problem that occurs is we have time. One of the laid back attitudes which causes a lot of problem because everybody feels nay, we still have time. Still a few days are left, 15 days, 20 days. First of all, you have to think 15 days means out of that, at least 12 hours are gone in your working plus then at least 4 to 5 hours of your rest and everything 16 to 18 hours of your day are gone in any case. Rest whatever you are dealing with, if you're going through the classes as well, 3 to 4 hours are gone in classes. At what point of time are you able to study? So in any case, that attitude that I still have time has to be changed first of all, because the moment you leave this point that I still have time, you'll start working because that anxiety will hit you that I have to work harder, and the entire working will get streamlined.
Correct, sir.
Yeah, perfect.
Sir, now I would suggest Murugan sir would add few main important points based on his experience because that's the main. I follow sir since 2000 what 12. Yes, sir. I'm
Yeah.
personally follow sir.
I started on 11
Yeah,
May.
yeah. I follow him since 2012 and almost full India follows you, sir. I'll tell you. So, sir, you can
Thanks,
add
sir.
your
Thanks.
experience on this. Yes, sir.
Yeah, my list goes so heavy. I cannot restrict up to five. So I'll just put one by one properly. Of
Yeah,
course, they all are
surely.
very much important for all. Firstly, not having a proper study plan or study strategy. You have to plan your own schedule. If you are not with some live classes or something like that, also you have to plan your own schedule and stick to that. Not having regular and consistent study, at least 1 hour a day, half an hour a day, whatever you plan regular. Don't skip in between. Continuously go through learning the very basic concept, like everybody tell we go through this going through only the MCQ part. As Nigaria told, don't do that. You have to understand the concept first, then you can develop on MCQs or numerical questions, whatever may be. Then latest developments, of course, IBF asks approximately 20 to 25 percentage of questions from the latest development which are not at all there in the book. Make sure that you are going through some of the latest developments also, at least as per the cutoff guidelines. Of course, don't go through the yesterday's update because the cutoff date is 31st December and the 30th June. Then giving importance to the means revised syllabus now. So many people, those who are not bought the new books, they are still going through the revised syllabus. Though the chapters may seems to be similar, the contents are changed, lot changed inside this chapter. So go through the latest syllabus. Otherwise, at least attend some proper live classes so that you get the latest update on them. And then don't go through lot of study materials. These people do heavy mistakes, getting whatever available in the net and going through everything, not getting anything. That is the main problem they are facing.
Yeah.
So that's severe mistake people are doing. Revise the
Mm.
topic regularly, solve and go through the MCQs and numerical questions, practice numerical questions, create your own questions and try to solve them. Like
Correct.
our Visalji was discussing, you used to use your own calculator and try to calculate the things, not going
Mm.
through the things. That will not anyway solve. Because the answer given during the lecture, during the class may also go be wrong. You have to calculate yourself and satisfied that the answers you are getting are correct.
Very right, sir.
Mainly the option, choosing the optional paper. That itself is a huge problem. Unnecessarily choosing an optional paper without knowing the content, without knowing the syllabus, that itself landed in problem for many. They could clear during our initial stage also. They could clear ABM and BFM, and they could not clear the rural banking, risk management, central banking, and all those things, which are not at all related to them. So don't do that. Do go through the optional paper, which are if not related, at least interested to you, so that you can study and go through, and never skip any attempt, because that will cost huge in the longer term.
Yeah.
And apply in time. At the later period, the website may be slow. Yeah, you may not be apply. You may not get the center. You may not get the time. All these things may come up. Then reach the center in time. This is every time I used to tell, reaching late and blaming the invigilator. That's a very basic our issues. Because if it is given in your admit card, you have to reach
Correct.
before 30 minutes. If your exam is at 8, you are bound to reach at 7:30. That's all. 7:31 also, if they reject, you cannot do only anything. You are talking about 8:1. I am talking about 7:31. So never be late. Know your center at least one day in advance. If not knowing, then visit the center in advance. No problem. Once you have to visit, that will be better that you visit one day in advance and know where exactly the center is. Because people used to complain that auto was not available, the roads were tough. These are all excuses we cannot do at this experience level. No. Then manage the time properly during the exam. You must know which questions can be easily attempted, which questions cannot be. So you can skip them because there is no negative marks. You can skip them. You can come back and attempt those tough questions at the later stage. And lastly, take all your documents required to Harry. Without admit card, without ID card, people reach the examination center. What is the use? How the invigilator how you expect the invigilator to accept you into the center? You are supposed to carry your ID. You are supposed to carry. That's very simple. These are very basic attempts, basic mistakes people do. I just wanted to sum up everything together, and remaining Visalji and Nigarga and Subrava will come together.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Because here, everyone, students, all the students kindly follow. I'll gather two things which are very important, very, very important. As sir told, you can visit the center one day before. Visit that center, see what the place is, how far that place is, what are the light arrangements, what are you can definitely view that. Otherwise, what happens when you go afresh to the exam and then you find something is not working, this is not working, that is not working, that creates a huge problem, panic during the exam, number one. And number two, the CAIIB part which sir told. Everyone must have their hands-on experience on your CAIIB. Use the same CAIIB which you are using during your studies. Same CAIIB. Don't buy a new CAIIB. Otherwise, what happens? You are totally new to this, and these are the basics. And we fail on that. And main thing, iCard and all those documents. Otherwise, what's the use of studying if I don't carry my documents, right? It's that simple. Okay, I'll just add one or two points on what sir said. And in fact, it's not adding, it's just a revision of those. The point which I would like to stress is over dependence on numericals or theory. Very important point. I've seen many students getting it from the earlier students or from the earlier somebody telling them totally numericals, totally theory. Don't do that, because you should be always 50-50% balanced on that. Otherwise, what happens if you study too much on this, on numericals, and paper comes of theory, again you get a problem over there, or vice versa. Anything can happen. So don't be over dependent on anything. Be balanced. Not practicing the numericals. That's what even sir pointed out. Not practice means here, okay, this doing this problem, this done. No, it's not that. Practice it. Do it. Take pen and paper in your hand. Take CAIIB in your hand. Practice it so that you come to know in exam also you'll be facing the same problems. Similar problems you'll be seeing. So do practice it at any cost. Hands-on should be there on your CAIIB. And very important point which sir pointed out, which I would like to revise on this, reading too much. This book, that book, this material, that material, and what happens next? you are nowhere. Jack of all trades, master of none. Read little, but uh, don't mug up. Don't learn that. Try to understand, because we are in CIB. We are not in JIB at the branch level. JIB is basically branch level, all everything, and CIB is basically a head office level. So you can't mug up and run the things in at HO level or in the treasury level. Okay. So yeah, Suprabha ma'am, would you like to add anything, or is it some technical problem going on, or okay?
No, sir,
Yeah.
that is okay now. So, sir, I have summarized all the points here, what Murugan sir and Harika and what you have said that. First, we have to manage our time between the bank and the study time, whatever our classes are going on the YouTube and the paid class. So here bankers, they have to do the time management, because the working now, it like closing is already over. So April, May, June are like more like a relaxed period as compared to the January, February and March. So now April, May, June, they can give the more time to their studies. So that is the first point we have summarized here. And Murugan sir has said that they have to prepare the proper study plan. If they want to clear the CIB at the first attempt, they have to proper study plan they have to prepare. And the third thing, what Murugan sir has said, that clear the concept first, because sometime the banker, they will go directly for attempting the mock test. So they should go for the concept clarity first. Then thereafter they can attempt any mock test. So I think that should be the third point. And the fourth point is choose elective paper properly, because that is very, very scoring paper. Elective paper is very scoring paper. So please check your domain, your background, whatever your background is there, whatever your interest is there, choose elective paper properly. Not just like if you have to take the risk management or any other. Choose according to your knowledge and background and experience. Then you can attempt the mock test. First, you have to clear your concept. Then you can attempt the mock test. And after that, what Vishal Mantri sir has said, that there has to be a weightage, clear weightage between the numerical and theory. Vishal sir, sometime even I have seen that theory part, sometimes it is like 80-85%, and numerical like 20-25%. So those students, those who have skipped the theory part, they can not attempt in a better way in that case.
Correct,
And sometimes numerical are like 70-80%, or maybe theory is like 15-20%. So
Correct.
here you have to focus on both numerical part also and theory part also, because
Just
I think that CIB is more level is more tougher than the GIB. Here
yeah.
case studies are more as compared to the GIB, so the level is also tough.
One thing I always remember, sir, you and I will be knowing it more, because what happened in 2017 or 16, there was one paper on Basel 3. We all had that written to IIBF. That paper is out of syllabus.
Exactly.
Remember
The
that?
syllabus were only with Basel 2, but they
Yeah.
asked around 25 to 30 questions from Basel 3. People
Correct.
could not believe. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm repeatedly telling. It's very clearly mentioned. You have to update yourself with the latest development. Very
Correct.
simple language. And
Mean-
IABF, they means very cleverly, unnecessarily wanting to trouble the people. They post one updates on the syllabus, and that link will be nowhere. That's horrible. That link will be nowhere, but it will be there in the IABF website. You are supposed to search the link and go through the topics, sir.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
this time also they may post, I don't know, but that is basic.
Yeah.
If there is a concept, you have to update the latest development. That is very simple.
In fact, I remember this because of this Suprabha ma'am, what she told, over dependence. We remember 2017, it was a huge problem at that time. Basel 3, Basel 2.
And
All
once
this-
they asked around 42 questions from Miss HR in ABM. Can anybody imagine 42 marks from HR in ABM? That time so many people skipped HRM normally because it's easy. And they could not score not even good marks in that particular questions also. Yeah, that's all. Apart from, as you told, the balance between the numerical and the theory, people used to ask which module is important. I used to tell them again the same problem. Every modules are important. Means you have all the important modules only.
Correct.
They had chosen the only important topics and put it into the subject.
Yeah.
So everything is important. You have to go through all, if not fully, at least roughly. You have to go through everything.
Correct. Yeah, ma'am. You can, Niharika, ma'am, would you like to add something on this?
Sure,
On,
sir. Even
yeah.
I have seen bankers asking us that can I prepare only this particular portion? They try to skip up the syllabus. There are
Yeah.
so many people there. They say that I don't want to do this, but I don't want to do that. The problem is if you are focusing only on a few things, then you will never be able to work properly there. So one problem is this, and I think one another mistake that I've seen is they think that if we are going through the classes somewhere, be it our area or anybody else or any other platform altogether, they rely too much only on the classes there. They are not putting their hard work too. That is also something that I believe is equally important. If you're going through the classes, take out at least 15-20 minutes after the completion of whatever subject that you're going through. Just do that particular portion so that you gain confidence, because then you will be revising each and every day. Because by the end of the examination period, you will remember only the things which you have brushed up just before the exam. Human
Yeah.
memory is very limited. Why to
Correct.
test it in terms of anxiety? At the time
Yeah.
when you are sitting in the examination, you cannot even think of what you had in the breakfast today. How can you rely on something that you learned 2 months
Very
back
good.
or
Very
3 months
point.
back?
Yeah. Valid point. Yeah. Valid point. So here, just I would summarize some a few things over here. Suprabha ma'am, you she'll be taking you through the Adda 24/7 classes which we are having. So importantly, I'll tell you, as we have just now told you that don't read too much or too much knowledge is of no use. So what I would suggest is we are having those batches running, right? So selection batches running. So you can definitely join those selection batches. Suprabha ma'am will take you further on this. How to go for these batches, how to use the code, how to get maximum discount. Yeah, ma'am, you can continue on this.
So here we have the new selection batch in the bilingual and in the English medium as well. See here the CIB new English medium batch. So complete study plan is there, ABM, ABFM, BFM and BRBL. So ABM started already from the 3rd April. BFM started from the 14th of April. ABFM that will start from 21st of April and BRBL 28th of April. So that is a new fresh batch in the English medium. And here you can go for the buy now. Then here you can apply the code that is ADDA25. So this code you can apply here, ADDA25, for the English medium new selection batch of CIB. So after using the code, the approx discount is 81% if you are using through the Adda application. It will approx 4799.80, and even you can use the point also. So the code which you can use is
Adda 25.
that is ADDA25. This code you can use ADDA25 and the price is 4799. Even you are using, if you are using the Adda application, so additional 1% discount you can get here, 81% discount, right? So the price will comes down from the 4799 also. So that is a batch which we have started
Yeah.
freshly.
Also, I would suggest on Mahapacks. Yeah, ma'am.
Mahapack also, yes sir. So here we have the CIB Mahapack also. Double validity is there, and the benefit in the CIB Mahapack is all the electives video courses are available. All the revision batches are there, all the numerical batches are there. So here also you can go for the buy now, then ADDA25 code you can use.
By using the code ADDA25, you will be able to get 80% discount. If you go through the app, then you will get 1% additional. It will give you 6,999.80. That means near about 7,000. But look at the time tenure that you'll be having. The validity is for 12 months. That means you are not even paying 1,000 per month for buying these particular things there. And that too, this is not only helpful for clearing the examination, but helpful in your job itself as well. So more or less, it's an important investment. If you're looking forward to it, then the best thing is kindly do not delay.
I'd done one calculation for this amount. That amount was coming out to 600 per month, less than that. So if I divide it by 600 by 30 days, so it comes 20 rupees per day. If I divide it by number of batches, it comes to around 1 rupee, less than 1 rupee. Okay, 1 rupee roughly you get it. So 1 rupee per day on each batch and 20 rupees per day. We spend our tea expenses on a daily basis are more than in a banks are more than 50 and 100 rupees nowadays. And this is an investment for lifetime. I would suggest everyone should go for this, isn't it? Yeah, ma'am. Suprabha, ma'am, you can continue.
Yes, sir, definitely. Because the prices for all the 5 subject, the price is 6,999, and all the benefit is all the elective papers are there. The video courses for central banking, HR, IT, so all the elective papers are included in the CIB, and the benefit is there. See, all the live classes, mock test, video lecture, revision batches, numerical batches, case study batches. So all the batches are included in the CIB Mahapack. So that is the biggest benefit of the CIB Mahapack. Even you can purchase the batch also, or even you can purchase the Mahapack also.
Yeah.
The
So
plus
sir,
point
any
of
other input? Yes, sir. Any
plus
other
point
input?
of CIB batch is also one thing that it includes bilingual as well as the English
Yeah,
medium
that
batch.
is important.
English medium
Correct,
also. Yes.
correct. So just to summarize everything, the point over here which we discussed is importantly, as sir told, sir gave, in fact, I would suggest you rewind this video and watch sir's points which Murugan sir had given. Almost these cover everything as such. So don't over depend on anything numerical or objective. Go to that place wherever your exams are. Visit that place earlier. Be comfortable with it. Okay, in your studies, as Niharika ma'am told, you should be comfortable with your studies. It shouldn't, you should mug up or I have time. This concept is wrong. You don't have time, right? You don't have time now because after all, 10 hours a day in the banking, 10, 12 hours a day in banking, then family hours and studies, you don't have a time, frankly. Nobody has time in life. Okay. So those were the 2 points. Anything more points would you like to add, ma'am? Niharika ma'am or Suprabha ma'am? And then we'll stop over here.
Sir, I think
Uh,
because of the limited time, all the bankers they should prepare actually some small notes also, because at the exam time in ABM and BFM there is only 1 day gap they will be getting. Then BRBL
Yeah.
and elective paper also only 1 day gap will be there. ABFM you will be getting the more sufficient time for 1 week, but for BFM and for elective paper there is only 1 day time. So I think especially for these 2 paper you should prepare the short notes. And Niharika ma'am is having PPT also here. So Niharika ma'am, continue.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can-
to conclude with whatever I strongly believe in there when we are preparing as a student, even I have gone through these things. First problem is always, I still have time. The laid back attitude that we develop, which costs us a lot of wastage of time as well as resources. Second thing is, I can leave the numericals. There are certain areas, especially when there are tough numericals, we see them as if, nay, I can leave this part of the numerical. I'll do the other numericals. But the point is, what if those difficult numericals would be considered in the case study format? That difficult numerical that you left at that point of time can be converted into 2 or 3 or more than 5 questions altogether. So that attitude that maybe if this is difficult, let's try and leaving that particular portion, you should avoid that. Then what I strongly believe is whenever you are studying, then if you're not putting time for a self-study, that's one of the basic problems. You will get our courses, you will get the best test series, you can go through our, if you're taking the Mahapack, you will get the revision batches as well. That means you have everything in your hand. But think about it. If I keep everything around myself and I'm not opening the books, then I am still unknown to the world. I do not know anything if I'm not putting my own brain into those resources. I can watch the videos, but if I'm not listening, I'm not understanding. I am equally unknown to it than any other banker who's not preparing. So self-study is one of the most important aspects when you're preparing. Then this is something that many people think because we are working as well. I don't want to score 100. I don't want to score 80. I just want passing marks. The basic ideology of a human being is like if you are thinking of 100, you might end up at around 94, 95. If you think of 94, then you'll be around 85 to 84. Just come 10 to 15 marks back. considering at one point of time we were just studying. At this point of time, we are studying, we are working, we are having family responsibilities as well. If you are just focusing on passing marks, you'll end up getting 30s, 20s. That means an entire attempt gone wasted just because I was focusing only on the passing marks. So
Yeah.
another thing that should not be taken at all.
Just to build on this, there's an old saying which says that if you think of stars, you'll reach the clouds. That's the basic logic. So if you think of passing marks, you'll reach 30. If you think of 70, you'll reach 50. If you think of 100, you'll reach 60, 70. So that's the way it's of life. So always think bigger. And think bigger means not only thinking bigger. The point over here is if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Thinking is not the only point over here. You should stress. As Murugan sir told, daily routine is important. Discipline is very important in life. Otherwise, without discipline, you join any classes, you join any books. If you don't study in a disciplined way, it's of no use. Yeah, we all are there to guide you. We are like those lampposts. Every time I say, we are the lampposts. We can show you the way. The point is, everyone has to follow their own dreams and study themselves, isn't it? Yeah, Suprabha, man. We can conclude on this. Yeah, ma'am.
So I think
before,
now.
yes, Suprabha, 1 second.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, before that, one small, like I told, reach the examination center, know your examination center. More than that, know your examination dates first.
That's important.
No
Very
difficult,
good, very
not
good.
a joke, Visalji. I
Yeah.
could see around hundreds of people, not one or two, hundreds of people missing the exam, thinking that the exam is in Sunday, but exactly the exams were in Saturdays. That's now because we were there in the mindset only the exams will only be in Sundays. Now there are 3 exams, including JAB 13th on Saturday, 13th May, then 10th June, CAIB, sorry, that was JAB, then this was CAIB, then again 24th June, again on Saturdays. So know your dates at least. You are having exams on Saturdays also. Don't think that the exam on Sunday and reach the Sunday examination for Saturday paper. So that will be very horrible. Please don't do all the small mistakes because we are posting this regularly every time on the Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp, in the live session. Everywhere we are posting this. At least you should be aware of these small things. Yeah, Sanjay.
That's right. Very important point. Means we feel this point is how can, but these things happen. Even I have seen this. These things happen. People don't know tomorrow is which paper. I study for some other subject and go there in for some other subject. So that's not the thing which is expected at CIB level. Okay. And as sir told, Saturdays and holidays you have to check. Not only Sundays. Sundays is not the only exam date nowadays. It can be any other date. Yeah, ma'am. Suprabha, ma'am.
So, sir, we can conclude over here that only 2 months are left, and definitely you have to prepare your own strategy for the clearing the CIB exam in the first attempt itself. And please make sure that you can clear this exam only in the first attempt. Please don't think that we can clear 3 papers in this attempt, the next 2 paper in the next attempt. Please clear all the 5 paper in the one attempt itself to get that aggregate marks. Because that is a 40 marks. Even if you are getting this time, all the 5 paper you can clear only in the one attempt if you have the proper strategy, if you have the proper discipline in your time management, in your duties and studies. So, sir, we can conclude over here that you can start your preparation with the CIB Mahapack and the fresh batch which we have started to clear your CIB exam in the single attempt.
Yeah.
Thank you and bye-bye. Take care. All the best for your exam.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nigaria.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please send your